This is Optimal Relationships Daily, Co-Parenting, Learning to Work Together, Whether or Not You Are Together, by Kate Brierly of Healthline.com. Co-parenting. The term comes with an assumption that if you are co-parenting, you're separated or divorced. But that's not necessarily true. Whether you're happily married, single, or somewhere in between, if you parent with someone else, you are a co-parent, period. You're one half of a parenting task force for the next 18 plus years. And however your situation looks, or might look in the future, it's 50% on you to make it work for the good of your little ones. No pressure or anything. Maybe running half the show comes easy to you, or maybe you're a control freak who believes it's your way or the highway. I'm not here to judge. Regardless of your style, co-parenting is a skill set all its own, one you can't truly develop until you have little ones of your own. Sure, there are ways to prep for parenthood, like growing up on babysitting gigs or caring for younger siblings. You can get a mini taste of what to expect. But co-parenting? You've got to be in it with someone else every single day to understand. And once you're in it, it becomes crystal clear that you've got to find ways to make it work. Your children were born of two people who may or may not have similar ideas on how raising a child should go. You have different experiences, visions, and expectations for how you want things to look. Things get even more complicated when there aren't just separate parenting philosophies, but separate households in the picture. That is the co-parenting world that I live in. And while it can be challenging to say the least, my ex-husband and I always agree on the most important thing: putting our two boys first. And as we enter our third year of fumbling to figure this whole thing out together, I have some been there, done that tips to share, no matter how your co-parenting commitment looks. Here's hoping they help your journey become happier, healthier, and more harmonious. Find a schedule that works for all of you. Whether you live together 100% of the time or not at all, co-parenting starts and relies on a smooth schedule. Of course, you have day-to-day schedules and routines before a baby comes along, so think about what they look like and which parts of them you like most. Use that intel to create a co-parenting schedule that fits into your existing life, keeping your habits and preferences in mind. If it works for you, it's more likely to stick. Your shared schedule likely changes from season to season and year to year, but establishing and re-establishing one that works all around is a must. Maybe one of you is expected at work earlier, and the other is responsible for breakfast and daycare drop-off. Maybe one has more flexibility and can manage those midday doctor's appointments. Night owls might want to take nighttime feedings, and so on. Consistency is important for developing children and the peace of mind for both parents. Let the little ones know you're a team. Presenting yourself as a united front is absolutely key in the world of co-parenting. Show your kids that you communicate, discuss, and agree as often as possible, and that the decisions are handed down from the two of you. Show them you're a team. They'll come to understand that they can't slip something past one parent without the other one knowing, or even worse, try and pit you against one another. It goes without saying that there will be sticking points and disagreements along the way, as in any relationship. But work them out behind the scenes, out of earshot, and without involving your little ones at any age. The more they come to see and respect that you have each other's back, the smoother the co-parenting road for all. Check in regularly. Even under the same roof, it is important to catch up with your co-parent early and often. From the newborn stages and on, the days are full and increasingly busy, to say the least. Things change constantly, from moods to stages, preferences, milestones, and everything in between. So when I say catch up, that includes, well, on just about anything you can think of. Has the baby been spitting up more than usual? Has your toddler been extra anxious at drop-off? How's your co-parent feeling? And are there any frustrations or observations you're sharing? Remember that you are only experiencing one half of this. Express yourself and be ready to listen too. You'll know best whether pre-scheduled check-ins or impromptu touch bases work best. Heck, even a quick text can do the trick in a pinch. Whatever your check-ins look like, make sure they happen, for everyone's sake. Share the load. Yes, it can be challenging to be a co-parent, but it's also a giant blessing to have the co-creator of your kids want to take an active, meaningful role in their lives. Nobody can understand what it's like to be the parent of your children except for you and your co-parent. Even on the most difficult, most frustrating days, keep that in mind. having a committed co-parent is a chance to share the journey and the responsibilities. There are physician and dental appointments, extracurriculars, laundry, groceries, medications, birthday parties, daycare, preschool, regular school, sick days. The list of obligations never ends. And while we're happy to do them, there is no doubt that having help is a wonderful thing. Lean on each other to get it all done, and it becomes that much easier for both of you. You just listened to the post titled, Co-Parenting, Learning to Work Together, Whether or Not You Are Together, by Kate Brierly of Healthline.com. And thanks so much to Kate for this read. Certainly one that unifies co-parents, and I hope that, in spite of any differences they may have, reminds them of the shared goal that they have of raising happy, healthy children. Children who will most certainly learn a lot from the bond of their parents, as Kate mentions. Just a reminder that this would be one of the many scenarios in which couples therapy should be considered and would theoretically be very beneficial. You know, it's easy to associate both individual and couples therapy with states of major turmoil, but sometimes it can be great to just go if you're expecting a big change and want some guidance on how to navigate your way through it. Or if you're in the midst of a tough situation that doesn't necessarily have you out of sorts emotionally, yet is still hard to manage, and maybe makes you feel as though the rug has been pulled out from underneath you. So whether you're going to be co-parenting or already are, know that there is no shame in going to a counselor for some support. I'll leave it there for today, though, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today, as always. And if you liked this post, be sure to come on back tomorrow, because we'll be sharing another one that's all about parenting. I'll see you there, where your optimal life awaits.